Hey everybody, we back live again. Come on in, come on in. I've been trying to catch up with all my shows and stay on track and stay with you guys and honoring my promises to come at you guys when I say I'm going to come back at you guys. So I did actually say I was going to come back on tomorrow night, Wednesday night. But I had a little spare time today, in between, jobs and stuff. And so I figured I'd brighten your living room up a little bit today if you guys are at home. I know some of y'all probably at work, on the internet, on YouTube, knowing you shouldn't be, but that's okay. I ain't gonna tell nobody. You ain't heard it from me. But how's everybody doing? It's rainy here in the Midwest in Omaha, Nebraska. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Make sure that you guys like this video on your way in. And subscribe if you are not a subscriber, especially if you're passing through. First time to my channel. My name is Tanya. YouTube commentator by day. Cake decorator by night. On that note, make sure that you read the first comment in the chat. Tells you to go to my Facebook cake page and find out how you, every month, at the first of the month, can enter and be eligible to win a free cake made by me, the cake lady. But anyway, on to this review. Issa, at the beginning of this episode, by the way, this is season 3, episode 3. Title of this episode was Backwards Like. I love how they title their names with like on the end of everything, but tells you what it kind of sort of is. That's what I get out of the titles. But anyway, Issa, in the beginning of the show, I'm up here like, I knew y'all was gonna do it. I knew y'all was gonna mess around and acting like everything all platonic and stuff. Y'all know y'all got feelings for each other and the connection is still there. And so they showing, them, start kissing and love, about to start love making and, playing around and everything. And then she wakes up out the dream like, why y'all do this to me? I mean, just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. That's what we looking for. That's what we waiting for, to see if they, finally decide to, get back in together. But, anywho, it was just a dream. It was just a dream or a nightmare, depending on how you're looking at it. But, it's like, Issa, I don't think she should be sleeping in his bed. A lot of people think that's a bad idea. Me, personally, I think that, because last episode she said, I need to sleep. This bed is, because she's been on the couch. And she's like, this couch is really uncomfortable. And, it's hurting her back and her neck, her neck and her back. So he wanted to alleviate some of that pain and offer his bed to her. And, she's been sleeping in his bed, but I think is a bad idea because eventually I think they're going to get caught up and end up doing something they're not prepared to tackle on, because right now, if you watch this whole episode, you see that it seems to be still a little tension between them two. Now, at the beginning of the episode, after they played a trick on us, Molly and Issa's at the doggy spa. Now, I have a pooch. I know a lot of people with pooches. We take our dogs to get pampered, get a haircut, teeth clean, nails clipped, shampoos, all that kind of stuff. But she's giving her dog a blueberry facial and a palm massage. I'm like, wow, lawyers, y'all really doing very well, I guess, because if y'all can do all that for your dog. But what killed me was when she called her dog Flavor Flav. And I wasn't even looking at the TV at that moment. And I'm like, Flavor Flav? Hold up, is Flavor Flav in the spa? And then I realized she talking about the dog. And I'm like, ooh, that's messed up. Because that dog is a little bit not so cute. And it's dark. I was about to say, and it's dark skin. Like Flavor Flav. I'm about to say it's dark skin like Flavor Flav, but anyway, I'm like, oh my God, if that's not a gag. Molly. Now, how do y'all feel about Molly with her new job? She doesn't too she okay, she seemed really happy at first that she got a new job. When she got into her new office, she was doing a little shimmy, a little shake, shaky shake, looking out the window and everything. And but almost in every scene at her job after that, she takes little digs at the company because they're not on the level or has moved as far as her old firm. As far as, like, okay, when she first when she got to the office, she was, after they took her to her office and everything, they want to tell her, or she wanted to tell them, I think you guys need to have the computer department, something's wrong with my computer and I need the automatic signatures app, or I don't know what it is, something like that, where you can automatically sign something and get a courier or in-house courier. And they didn't have that, and they're like, oh, one of the guys here, he delivers things, certain times of the day. And if you want to deliver on time or early, you better do it before 5 o'clock, because if it's after that, it might not happen. But so she takes little digs at, well, my old job, they didn't do, and we do that sometimes, even if it's at McDonald's or a Burger King. And we didn't shake our fries like that. We didn't stack our buns like we didn't unload our truck like that. I mean, you're at a new job. So you wanted this new job, you wanted to get away from the old company, you're in there, you got your own office, you can't be taking digs at them, because eventually they're going to start getting offended by that. Now, excuse me, while they're up there talking though at the spa, Issa tells her, about her, her crib and everything and her living arrangements and everything. And she lets her know that they're actually sleeping in the same bed. And Molly is like, what? Why are you doing that? That's not a good idea. And she's like, well, we're not having sex. It's still platonic. He's cool. I'm cool. Everything's good. And, he's being supportive of me. And I'm like, Molly's like, well, I'm not really feeling that. I don't think that's a good idea. Um, Issa, I wish she just quit her job. she she reminds me of sometimes when I was at some jobs and I literally hated them, and I stayed and I stayed. In my case, I had children, so I couldn't just up and leave a job and just get on welfare or food stamps or whatever, and I, sometimes you just gotta stay and play. Just stay and play till you find another way. But in her situation, where she is being, as she says, by her roommate, uh being supported, I think she should take this opportunity to find another job, to switch, careers, because you living with him, you living at his house, you can sleep on the couch, you can sleep in the bed, Daniel's paying all the bills, you're not paying nothing, you're not giving him no sex, you just literally start cleaning up like a week ago and washing some dishes. So you might as well take a chance and reach out on a limb and, try to find a different career, because she's obviously not happy. They're at a job fair, and I don't know what's up with her coworker. What is her name? Frida. Frida. That sounds just reminds me of that one, like, Frida, who at the show, whatever. I like Frida. But she's up there with her, and they're at a job fair, and they're you know they took Issa's advice and trying to bring more diversity to the company, because Issa is the only African American there, and any other time they would try to shy away from it, or when she say we need more diversity, we need more diversity, and it would be good for the company. So finally, they took her advice. They're having a job fair, and applicants are coming and everything. But while Issa is there, she kind of strays away to go get, I think she said she's going to get lunch or something. And she comes across this other group. And it was a group of kids, and they're up there dancing and they're jamming. I mean, they got the paint on their face, and they all, looking alike and everything on one accord. They just jamming, and they call themselves the Beat Crew. She stands there and she watches them for a minute, and then when they're done, she goes and holler at, I don't know if it's their director of the program or maybe the dance instructor, I don't know, but she's over there talking to him and introducing herself, and he asks her if she's looking for a job. She says no. Well, no, he didn't ask her was she looking. He said, do you need a job? And she says no, even though she knows she is not happy, she is not satisfied, she is not content at her job. But anyway, she says no. She takes the flyer or information from him, and he tells her a little bit about the group, nonprofit group for kids. They teach them all kind of different music and everything. And she's interested in that because, like I said before in another live, I think the biggest connection with her and Daniel is music, because Issa, she loves music. Daniel, he's a producer, so this job right here, I have a feeling that this job right here is going to be her next step. Now, she tells the man no, but she just seems like really intrigued. And so while she's talking to him and having a conversation, Frida runs up and she's like, hey, East, we gotta go. We got a line. There's people, other applicants in there. So she's like, okay, I gotta go. See you later. Back at Molly's office, she's still, getting used to her new digs around her office and everything. And that's actually when she's talking to her assistant, and she's realizing that, her company is a little bit more advanced, than her old company is a little bit more advanced for her than the company that she just got hired at. I think she keeps making like these little digs at the company. And I think what she should actually do is, sometimes when you start a new company, you just have to go with the flow. If things aren't as advanced, if it seems like they shouldn't be doing things a certain way, sometimes you just got to go with the flow, and then gradually, not right away, but make little suggestions, or, if you got something that can prove to them that this works better. I think she would have a better chance of not offending, the new firm or the workers at the new firms as much if she did it that way. But we'll see. Issa, she's been looking for a new place. In the last episode, her friend Kelly basically told her, you need to just stay with Daniel. You need to scramble some eggs, clean his place, give him some every now and then, because you cannot afford to live on your own. Your credit is shot. You don't have nobody to be your co-signer, so you might as well just stay with Daniel. But East, she runs across an ad. They're hiring for a property manager, and last episode they called her. Last night in last night's episode, she got to meet with the manager. But when she goes to the apartment, the guy is like, I like you. You have a college degree. You didn't lie about having a college degree or try to download a fake one off the internet. I don't know why you would need a college degree for to be a property manager. Now, please let me know if you think she needs to be having a degree, because I don't know everything that a property manager does, but most of them just make sure things are running smoothly, make sure the lawn is cut, make sure if anybody has any complaints, they take care of that. Anything needs to be fixed, they take care of that. Outside of that, I don't really think that, it should require that much education. Yes, I said education. And he's asking her, do you know how anything about being a property manager? And she says, well, I've done a lot of research. I was online and I was on Google and, I looked it up and I think I can do it. He asked her about, well, do you know how to work a plunger? And she's like, yeah, just stick it in the toilet. Actually, I can do that without a degree as well. I oftentimes got to do that at home. But he's basically telling her, everything that she had to do, cleaning, keeping the place clean. When they show the mailbox area where there was mail and paper and trash and everything all over the place, he's like, this is your job as well. Then they went to, toilets and everything. But when they got in the apartment, I guess she was looking around thinking, is this where I'm going to be living? Like as if it was a dump or something. Now, in their area, I think he said the rent was originally $1,500, I think. So she's like getting like half off or something like that. In their area, that's a pretty good deal. It might not be what she's used to, but if she really wanted to get away from Daniel, I think she really would have took that apartment, but she decided against it. I don't know if it was really because she didn't feel comfortable being in that apartment, or she didn't feel comfortable cleaning up after people. Because after he showed her the mailboxes and she was like, what's all this over here? He was like, oh, that's what you got to take care of. These are the things that a property manager has to do. And he also told her, you got to be on call. If East is going to be a property manager and still be at her regular job, and her regular job, I believe, is the 9 to 5. If somebody's toilet stop up and don't work at noon, or if there's a flood in somebody's bathroom and the water won't stop dripping, I don't think her boss will be too accepting of her just running out, because she's on call. So I think that might have something to do with it too, but I'm leaning more towards being with Daniel, staying in his nice, comfy place, and he does not make her pay any bills. That's cheaper than $750. Now, so about the, let's see, where am I at? Let me get my notes. Daniel. Now, Daniel had went to the studio. He was working with Khalil, or should I say, basically being criticized by Khalil. Daniel, the beat that he was playing, that he wanted to the spider to listen to, it was kind of nice. It had like this, like he said, it had this like this jazzy little flow. You can hear all this instrumentation and everything. He said he basically, got the track from some guys in, I think did he say, what country was that? I can't remember what country he said he got it from. But it was different. But no, Khalil was like, this isn't Spider. This isn't something he would like. He likes, more drums. He likes more bass, in his music. And he's not even giving Daniel a chance to even show off his work, show off his talent, show off his skills to Spider. He immediately just starts dissing his music and telling him, oh, let me switch it up. I know Daniel, he asked him, for advice, what do you think I should do, or which direction I should go in? And he might as well just deleted the whole beat and started all over, because he switched up everything. And Daniel wasn't too happy about that. But you know what? When he was when he was with Issa at the laundromat, and he was explaining to Issa, what's going on, how he feels like, Khalil is not letting him do what he does. And she's like, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree with her, kinda. how she was saying, you know what, just, go with the flow a little bit, and maybe once you get to work with Spider and you doing more and more of his beats and become popular from working with, this big time artist, then she said you can move on to the next level. You can start doing whatever you want to do, and everybody just be buying your beats off top. Like, how a lot of these producers are out here. They are sought after. They have people in line waiting to work with them. So that's what she was trying to say. But Daniel ain't feeling that. He wants to be known for his work and not some played up version by Khalil. So, then she tells him about the new job and about her being able to move out. He wasn't too happy with that, and I'm surprised because was that last episode or the episode before last when he was like, my girl, she not too happy about you living there, so I don't think you can be living here too much longer. But then he turned around in the end when she kind of had his back, at the concert, or where the set where Spider was performing, he kind of was like, you know what, okay, I'll let you stay a little bit longer. But still, this episode, he act like, why you leaving? What you want to leave for? And why you need another job? That's you doing too much. And he's all concerned and everything. And I'm sure he's kind of like confusing her because she's thinking that, she's invading his space. She needs to move out. He done mentioned it several times, that she needs to move out. He's like, no, we good, we good. I'm like, you confusing her, you confusing me, you confusing us, Daniel. What do you want? I mean, he's like, you cool there, I'm cool with you there, I don't know. He likes to have her around. They vibe. They get along. They have a somewhat good relationship. I still don't think she should be sleeping in the bed though. If that couch is uncomfortable, get you a blow up mattress and put it on the floor because sleeping in the same bed with him is gonna get you in some trouble, girl. But and then after that, Molly, she's basically, still tripping about this new job that she has and complaining about certain things about the job. And what makes it even worse, while she's in her office working, I'm sorry, while she's headed to her office to start working, she opens the door or tries to open the door and looks down and all these boxes is in her room. I don't know if that was honestly what the guy said, because she's like, hold up, I thought these boxes was going to storage. They done brought all these boxes and piled them up all in her room like it's the storage room and it's her office. And he's like, well, your office is the storage room. I don't know if they were trying to get back with her because she's been taking digs against, their office not being advanced or, doing things the way her old office is. Or if that's a joke, or, sometimes when you first start a job or start a school, start college, start a team, they do certain jokes to break you in, So I'm wondering if it's just something they did and later it's like, ha ha ha, they take the boxes and put them where they're supposed to be. I don't know yet. Or if they're just like, okay, you come up in here, you acting. And then speaking of how she acting, like when she said that their boss or their manager was on black people time, she's using a lot of language that she couldn't use when she was at the white firm. I'm just going to keep it 100. A buck. Sometimes us black people, us African Americans, we have certain slang that we use at home, around our friends, around our family, at functions where where you don't have to be professional. Now, I can come home and say some stuff that I wouldn't dare say at my job. regardless if it's I'm working at an all white company or a diverse company, there's just certain things that you shouldn't say. And she's doing a lot of that. And they keep side eyeing her like, just because we all black, just because we all African American, does not mean you can come up here talking ghetto, talking that slang like you on the street corner somewhere. So I don't know how this is going to work out. She's not totally happy with the way things are going. She told her girlfriends that she thinks she basically like got a demotion, instead of a promotion and getting to work, around her people per se. She's not acting really professional like she should be. How do y'all feel about that? Because I noticed that right away that they kind of side eyeing her like, okay, home girl, you need to leave that at the door when you come through this door. So let me know what y'all feel about that, or am I reading into it too much? Then why they out chilling and everything, the girls, they out, having lunch, having dinner or whatnot, and having drinks. And Issa, she kind of got busted out. First of all, they're joking around and everything and having a lot of fun. And Molly is, telling them, what I said before, that she thinks she got a demotion. And they're up here like, why are you talking about the people at the firm? And that's not fair. And, yeah, they're not the white firm. But she's like, okay, well, if my point is, why do black businesses have to be on a struggle? Now, who knows if it's a struggle? It could just be the way they do things. Maybe, a lot of companies go out of business sometimes because they spend their money too frivolously, or have a bad accountant, or they're just not watching their coins. So this could be a black company that's like, on a budget. This is what we're going to spend every year, not because we can't spend more, but maybe because this is just the budget we want to be in. We'll have an in-house courier instead of, one that comes from an outsource, from an off-site source. And this saves money. And maybe at the end of the year, we get to do this, that, and the third. That goes to your bonuses, or we can take trips or more vacations, or I don't know. But sometimes, like, you got to look at it that way too. But she was like, I have an uncle. I have an uncle, and he has 8,000 square foot home, and he only has a beanbag in it. Now, sure, he has more than a beanbag, but what she's trying to get at is, if you have the money, then why don't you just go all out? And again, that brings me to, maybe they're on a budget. And I think in the next episode, they might get more into detail by why they're maybe not as advanced as her old job is. And I think within the next episode, we might also see if she's going to stick around or not. Or, I don't know. My thing is, personally, like her friend said, you're not happy at the white firm, you're not happy at the black firm. Maybe, and I thought about this before, actually, a few episodes ago. Maybe she should start her own firm. I think that would be a good idea, Molly. Start your own firm. Issa. Now, Molly, like I said, she busted out Issa. Issa's sitting around and she's telling them that she's thinking about continuing to live with Daniel for now, even though she got offered the property manager job, and even though she got offered that crib for half off. And she's telling them, I think I just decided to stay with Daniel, and, until, just see how things goes with Daniel. And they're like, oh, you must be having sex with him. And she's like, no, we're not having sex. It's still platonic. I swear. I don't know why her friends don't believe that she's not having sex. And Molly's like, what, you sleeping in the bed with him though? I'm like, how you gonna bust her out, Molly? And she's like, but we have an understanding. He's just there for me. He's, I'm beginning to really realize who the true Daniel is. And I'm like, was it that dream or daydream you had early this morning that helped you realize who Daniel really is? Because as you see at the end of the episode, when Daniel is talking to Issa. She wants to take him out and, do something, really nice for him. And she takes him out to dinner. Daniel is still upset because of the fact that when he went to the studio to show Spider what he does, how he get down, um, he put on the first track. Now remember, Khalil has switched it up a bit and put in his, what he thought Spider would want to hear. So he plays his first choice that he had made at first. Did you see how Khalil looked at him? Like, like, are you serious, dude? You not playing what the revision that I did? So he played it, and Spider, he was like, nodding his head. I'm feeling this. This is really nice. Yeah, this is good. So I'm like, oh shoot, he like your stuff. You just showed Khalil that you can do it, that you can impress this dude. But nah, Khalil is like, oh well, you know what? How about we listen to the other one that I got for you? And Daniel, he was pissed. He was like, oh my God, y'all supposed to be friends. Y'all supposed to go way back. I understand Khalil has went a little further in his career than Daniel. So I guess he feels like, he's better than Daniel, even though Daniel, he taught him everything that he knows. Because Daniel was the ish back in the day with the producing and the beats and the music and all that. And he taught Khalil everything he knows. So Khalil plays his, and Spider's up there listening, and he's like, this is good too. I like this beat too. I like this. And he's like, dang, now I'm conflicted. I don't know which one to play. And so since he didn't know which one to take, Khalil was like, well, we got a third one. We can play another one for you. By then, I think Daniel wanted to just walk out of there because he's like, you hating on me, you throwing shade, you criticize me back at the studio when I was trying to show you what I wanted to bring to the table for Spider. And now you're trying to play me up in front of Spider. That was so not cool. And again, these dudes go way back. So I don't know what's up with that, if Khalil in some type of way is kind of jealous or envious of him. I don't understand, because like I said, he has went a little further in his career than Daniel has. So I'm not really understanding that. But so that brings me back to at the end, when they were out at dinner and Daniel was all upset and talking about everything at the restaurant. Why those people over there, they got their food first. We was here. Where's our drinks? And he's going off, and Issa trying to lighten up everything. She's joking around. Oh, is that Beyonce? And is that Hove? And he looks, and she's like, oh no, that's just a mirror, basically saying, they look good as Jay-Z and Beyonce. So, she's trying to lighten up things and everything, and he kind of, comes around a little bit. But then when she's like, what's up, dude? What's wrong? You just all in your mood and stuff. And he tells her what happened with Khalil. And she actually thinks that, he kind of stepped over the line and that he should apologize. Now, I don't believe that. I don't know why she suggested that, but if he wasn't pissed before, he was really mad now, because he's like, hold on. Why do you think I should apologize to him? I'm trying to do my work. This is my art. And he's telling her, you know what? You don't understand, because you don't love your job. You don't love what you do, which she doesn't. She doesn't love her job or like her job. I mean, when the applicant had came in to be interviewed by Issa and Frida, when Frida walked out the door, she was like, how you like this place? How you like this job? Issa was like, It's okay. You know how some people say, it's a job. When somebody say, what kind of job you do, you like your job? It's a job. It pays the bills. It helps me take care of my kids. One of those things. Not being satisfied with your career, and that's why he was so mad, because it wasn't like he was just, presenting some basic work that he didn't put his heart and soul in. He really, really worked hard to make this beat. And for her to say, well, you should just apologize. Oh, man. So they get into it, and he tells her, how you don't even like your career. You don't like your job. You don't have a place to stay. And you're going to try to give me advice. So he started going in on her and started offending her, and she was offended. She's like, dang, that's how you feel about me? So later, when they get home, they're back in bed and everything. And Daniel, I guess he feels like, dang, I went too far. I offended her. I shouldn't have said certain things. Let me make this right. He goes on to try to caressing her and trying to kiss her. And I'm thinking, is this another doggone dream? If this is another dream, y'all about to make me mad. But this was the real deal this time. They were actually kissing and all that, about to get it on and everything. And he's taking her clothes off. And then she's like, hold up. I think she just had like a moment like, hold up. This mug just went off of me, chewed me out, basically said I wasn't nothing. I ain't got nothing. I'm not the one to give him advice, and then he want to come home and he want to get it on. Stop. Wait a minute. Pull the clothes back up. Get back on your side of the bed. See, told you, get you an air mattress and put it on that living room floor, because sleeping in bed together is gonna get y'all into some trouble. But she held it in, and she was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. This isn't the direction that I should be going. And this leads me to think that possibly she might change her mind, and she might decide to go get that apartment and be that property manager. I don't know how she's going to fit all this in. So she just needs, even if she's not a property manager, she needs to find somewhere else to live. And then also, as far as that group that she had seen dancing and everything, she had actually went to look them up on the computer. Now, she told the guy that she wasn't looking for a job and that she didn't need a job, but I think she is deciding or realizing this might be a great opportunity. So she looks them up to find out some more information on them. And I believe next episode she might even do a drop by on them to find out, what's the real deal with the company and everything. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. Let me know what you think about Daniel. How you feel about him and Khalil and Spider. Do you think Daniel was dragging it out? Do you think he should have been more supportive? And how do you feel about Molly as far as like her job and how she talking, around her new coworkers and everything? Also, man, Flavor Flav, did y'all see that dog? How do you feel about the dog being named Flavor Flav? That was a little ugly little dog. And I'm like, as soon as she said Flavor Flav, I'm picturing Flavor, because also, Flavor Flav, and Miss New York, is that her name, Miss New York? They're going to be on the Braxtons, I think, this week. So, anywho, I'm going to do a review of the Braxtons. Why I keep saying Braxtons? The Braxtons this weekend, because they've been having some drama on that show, and the ladies then walked out of the show because they're feuding with the producers about their pay or their money or something. So I got to find out what's going on with that. But let me know what you think about this episode. Put it in the comment section. Make sure you like this video on the way out. If you didn't like it on the way in, please subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. And again, in the comment section, I posted my cake decorating page on Facebook. Go over there to that page. to find out how you can win a free cake each and every month. Well, you can enter to win one each and every month. You do have to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, and you also have to like my cake business page in order to qualify. So go over there. There's the instructions posted on my business page, my cake page on Facebook, that tells you everything you need to do. But if you don't understand or you got questions, just inbox me or DM me and let me know you got questions about the contest. And also you have to be in the Omaha area as well. So you got to be in my area, around Omaha at least. And so, oh, there go my phone. So anywho, let me get off this live and take this phone call, find out who's calling me. But as usual, you guys, Primetime Squad, until we meet again, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.